Hey, what's up? It's your man Sean Zittel. Just got done covering Raymond Muratalla's very decisive majority decision, should have been a unanimous decision, victory over Andy Cruz as an underdog. And let's get started, man. I thought Cruz would get off to a fast start in this fight. I did not pick this fight. I'm kind of not doing that to start the year. Want to get my rhythm back. But I should have picked Muratalla, because if you were following me heading into the fight, I kind of kept bringing up Muratalla and points that were going in his direction. You know, Robert Garcia's experience, Bozy Ennis, who's a good trainer, lack thereof compared to Robert. And also, the minute I pulled up at Fight Week and I saw Muratalla's demeanor heading into the fight, the way Andy was smiling and jovial and enjoying things, and people were saying, well, that's who Andy Cruz is, he's being himself. Okay, fair enough. But what it reminded me of, when I was at the presser for Canelo Crawford on Fight Week, Thursday of that week, last September, Crawford had this expression that never broke. He looked like a killer. He was, you know, dead focused, dead serious. And Canelo was waving at his fans at times. He was having fun when me and Dana got into it, saying fight, fight, fight. Anyways, Muratalla wasn't like that at all. He brought, like I said yesterday, that insane empire, the inland empire, Fontana, Rialto, San Bernardino area. He brought that kind of swag to the fight, that kind of level of seriousness, no nonsense. And Matchroom doesn't know how to build fighters as good as Top Rank. Top Rank is still the best at that. It's not me shilling for a promoter. It just is what it is. They know how to build up a fighter better. And Andy Cruz said this was too soon for Muratalla said it was too soon for Andy Cruz. He was right. So I thought Cruz would get off to a good start in this fight, and that Muratalla with his timing would have to catch up, because I expected Muratalla to be his own patient kind of self. He wasn't that patient tonight at all. He fought with a sense of urgency from the opening bell, and actually Cruz had a good 8th and 9th round in the second half of the fight. But really, Cruz won the first round on my card. He landed 2 sharp right hands over the top in the first minute, and that was foreshadowing. It didn't do anything to Muratalla to dissuade him. And Muratalla closed that round strong. He landed a right uppercut, and he invested to the body, and he invested to the body a lot in this fight. And he outworked Cruz, and he controlled the real estate well. And what's most impressive about Muratalla in this fight, he wasn't just the bigger puncher and the bigger man with the better chin or anything like that. He was just better than him all around. He had a better game plan, better tactics. He was the better boxer and the better puncher. He was the better pro. All right, this wasn't an amateur fight for 3 rounds. It was a 12-round championship fight, and clearly one guy was prepared better as a professional and was the better professional. Punch variation, okay? Andy Cruz has a sharp 1 and a sharp 2, and he'll touch that body with the left hook sometimes, but he doesn't have the punch variation and arsenal and bag overall that Raymond Muratalla has. Muratalla will loop his right hand. He'll throw a straight right hand. He'll throw a right hand to the body, a left hook to the body. He'll throw an uppercut with both hands. He'll throw a left hook up top. He'll double it up. He'll throw combinations. It won't just be 1-2-1, 1-2, a left hook here and there. He mixes up a lot more punch variation than Andy Cruz. And he didn't follow Andy Cruz. When he needed to take a step out to reset his range, he did. And he cut off the ring beautifully. And again, he threw more combinations. There wasn't some big athleticism advantage for Cruz. And even defensively, he had more looks, more maneuvers. He'll angle off. He'll even drop the lead hand. He moved his head well. Cruz, for the most part, takes those twitchy, quick steps around the ring and fights out of a high guard a lot and shifts his weight with the high guard and all that. But Muratalla was just overall the better fighter. I saw a lot of people thinking I was tripping on Twitter when I had Muratalla clearly winning the fight throughout. So I had it 117-111. I thought Cruz won 1, 8, and 9. 9th round being his best round. He actually did seem to land a right hand that got Muratalla's attention a little bit, but he could never get that guy's respect. And Muratalla, after the fight, told us he didn't feel anything. He didn't feel any of those shots. He was surprised his face looked as busted up as it did. And we know guys like Miguel Cotto, others, some of those guys, their faces mark it up easier. Man, this haircut is not looking good in this video. Please don't cook me too much. A little bit better now. So, yeah. Now, as a quick personal aside, Raymond Muratalla's dad does not like me. I think, again, the worst thing I've said about Ray is he's too patient. I think I said Keyshawn Davis, I would favor him to beat him when they were both lightweights. And I think maybe the funniest, most colorful thing I said about him was whatever he ate the morning of Jeremiah Nakadia for breakfast, he should eat that again. However he put his trunks on that day, he should do that again because he fought with a sense of urgency and knocked him out in 2 rounds when Shakur went 12 with him. What did he have for breakfast? Maybe I was right about that. Maybe he had the same kind of pancakes or whatever this morning before making the IBF rehydration clause that he did that. So I'm not even fully debunked there. But anyway, speaking of Shakur Stevenson, he called out the winner of Shakur Teo after this fight. He expects Shakur to win that fight. I know that from quotes from him earlier this week. And he said if Shakur is down to do that fight, he would fight him at 140 pounds or he'd stay at 135. But Eddie Hearn told us after the fight he's headed to 140. His dad was calling out Dalton Smith to Eddie Hearn. So it sounds like he wants to go to 140. But if Shakur wins against Teo, and Shakur has indicated more so that he'd go back to lightweight, then he's down to do that fight in a unification at 135. Raymond Muratalla is a quality champion. He definitely proved that tonight. Now, is he elite? Let's see him against a Shakur, a Teo, a Keyshawn, or Dalton Smith. And not that Dalton Smith is proven to be elite. And honestly, those 3 guys I named outside of Teo still kind of have to prove they're elite at the elite level. Teo being the most accomplished out of the 3 of them. Shakur is the favorite, but so is Andy Cruz tonight. So anyway, I think the overall skill level, power, busyness, I think that was the little bit of tinker in his game. Muratalla, to conclude this, has always had talent. I always said he had hand speed, punching power, and intelligence. But he sometimes lacked another gear. He lacked a sense of urgency, and he didn't lack that tonight at all. And that's why he clearly won as an underdog tonight, where this city had him an underdog, a legit underdog. It was beyond plus 200. And I think by decisions, there was a guy before I went to the bathroom going, bro, I picked Muratalla. By decision, it was like plus 600. Well, that guy, shout out to you. You won a lot of money. I'm sure you're watching. Thank you. Eddie, I think his name was. So, yeah, man, if Muratalla, I think he may have unlocked something tonight. The old phrase was, you get 50% better as a champion. Well, I think tonight is when he really became a champion because he fought Zarur Abdullayev for an interim IBF title. We didn't know if Lomachenko was going to retire. I think with this title defense, he'll truly feel like a champion and get the recognition of being a champion. So, hats off to Raymond Muratalla and to Robert Garcia, man. The man, it's called the Boxing Academy for a reason. He is just a tremendous trainer. And if you ask me, a better trainer than he was in the Brandon Rios days. He's gotten better as a trainer. So, not that he wasn't good then, he was, but I think he's better than ever now. He was very businesslike about that. He had fights on a card yesterday at the Metapex, the Apex, the Pex place over that UFC owns, TKO. And man is about his business, man. He lives, sleeps, eats, and breathes and shits this sport. And another excellent outing in the corner for Robert Garcia. Arguably the best trainer in the game right now. Certainly the one with the largest stable. So, hats off. Am I missing anything? I don't think so. All right, peace.